Overlooking the city sits a mysterious, modern, abandoned mansion, and in today's episode, we're taking you inside. Everything was left behind. A Porsche, VW, and even a Range Rover. But what's most shocking is just how modern this place really was. It's as if the owners had just moved in when the home was left to rot. Who was the wealthy couple that once lived here, and what caused their home to be abandoned? Let's find out. Initially, we weren't sure of its status, but the place was crumbling. We found this on satellite after seeing a video of local kids exploring the place. But by the time we arrived, the Porsche and the VW in the carport were towed out. It was only a matter of time before this place would soon be redeveloped, I had thought. We returned later to investigate again. If you want to know how exactly I found this site, check out my YouTube memberships for more info.
So guys, this is the front of the home here. There's a freaking Range Rover left behind. That's just insane. So back from the driveway, here's the mansion. It's pretty crazy. The Range Rover's right here. You can see the air suspension has like lowered, so it definitely is abandoned, but the tires aren't that flat. See, someone like kind of smashed the mirror there or something. But this is crazy because it's such a new Range Rover, guys. That's like the craziest part to me. This must have came out like above 2017 or something like that. I wonder if it's unlocked. Oh my gosh, it's still unlocked. Holy crap. Wow. It's not that bad, and it's a little moldy, but not as moldy as I thought it would be. That's freaking crazy. That this would just be abandoned, just open like that. You know, obviously, the batteries died now. See in the back, these taillights are like so modern. That's like the craziest part about this thing. It's just a modern vehicle left abandoned. There was more. I mean, there are 2 cars left behind here as well that have been taken out. It's the weirdest thing ever. This has just been sitting like that. Over here, you can see this was like the carport. I don't think there's actually any first floor here. There's only like a second floor because this is the only way up, and this is like an elevator. Now the power is shut off, so this place is like abandoned. But it looks pretty nice until you kind of start looking at the details here. Alright folks, so we're up here now. There's that range, and then here's like the overlook, and here's the pool right here. Pretty crazy. Crazy big house. It's kind of how we found it, this dirty pool right here. Kind of hard to believe that it's like abandoned like this, but wow. Looks like a freaking Minecraft structure. Really awesome. And that's been sitting dirty for a long time, guys. Look how dirty and black that water is. Crazy to see.
We had discovered a window to be open, but I soon realized perhaps I wouldn't be alone, as it looked like somebody may have been squatting in here. Or maybe it was the local kids. Let's find out.
Well, folks, we're finally here, and this place is just full of stuff. It looks like, I don't know, maybe they were like moving in or something strange happened, but they just disappeared and left all their luxury cars. Now right here I'm on kind of the main floor. There actually wasn't like a floor on the bottom, but there's a Range Rover there. Pretty darn sick. That's a modern one. But this is kind of the room that I'm in here. So it kind of looks like they were mid-move because there's like some stuff here. I did look at some of the like dates on some of these like boxes, for example, and this was all from 2020, so this has been abandoned since at least 2020, I think. They never really did anything with it. But there is like some personal stuff left, like these VHS tapes. There's like somebody's glasses. It's kind of an older TV, so maybe they're moving from like a different house. This is quite the modern mansion, if you were to ask me. These couches are pretty cool. Anything in here? Just like kind of random stuff. But over here we got like a bedroom. So that's pretty cool. Looks like there were supposed to be 2 beds and that one wasn't even made. But this must have been for like little kids or maybe grandkids. I'm not sure. But like someone was clearly sleeping in here, guys. Pretty strange. Had like a closet here. Anything left? There's like some clothes, so they were trying to move in. That's like girl clothes. I don't think that was from a squatter. It's weird. It definitely feels like a squatter has been living here. I'm not gonna lie, guys. But just imagine this view. Must have been really nice. I mean, you could see the whole sunset from there. You can see a lot. With this view, it's pretty crazy, so. Back over here, though. We got this crazy tall room. And then over here, you can see there's 2 locks. And these are the original door handles. So I think the bank must have taken over and changed the locks in this place. So that like the old owners couldn't get in or something like that. But the power has been shut off and this place is like decaying now. It's weird. But anyways, there's like stairs going up. We got more rooms over here, obviously. Pretty darn cool spot. Here's like the view from the top there. But yeah, it's like starting to dry rot. This must be newer construction. It's a bit strange. But once again, walking up these stairs. I mean, I don't know how new this house is, to be honest, but walking up these stairs, we got some new lights here. Looks like they just bought these. Obviously, though, they've been sitting a very long time. You can see the dust just layered on this house. But that's a pretty cool view they got there. I'm not gonna lie. All like kind of modern stuff. So it's really weird to see a modern abandonment. What's up, Big Banks?
What's up, man? It's a crazy one.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Definitely a squatter been here.
Yeah. So right there I see like beer and stuff. What a house, guys. I mean, it looks like they were just moving in because you could see boxes again, like more evidence of that. Got a lot of these chairs from like IKEA and they all still have like the tags on them, which is kind of crazy. So it's like they just bought a lot of this stuff, barely lived in this house, and then it was just abandoned. It's the weirdest thing ever. There's like still a lot left. We got this modern TV, probably never used or rarely used, which is crazy. Let's see. And you still got some stuff in the drawers. Wow. And this must have been a nice hangout spot, especially for the freaking squatters here. Look at all that. That is some wild stuff. So, I want to hide that. Actually, so we looked there. There's like some Mexican's ID there, here on like a work visa or something. So, I mean, we're in like Texas, so maybe somebody was here like just, I don't know, messing around, who came from Mexico. But yeah, there's some beer, Budweiser and Modelo. We also got a Porsche Austin. That's pretty cool because there was a Porsche that was actually left behind here, but they moved it out. So I think the bank is going to start clearing stuff out if even the bank owned it. I don't even know what the story is, but it seems like the bank owned it. But it's really cool to see a house like this because you get those like modern, kind of millennial almost like stuff that looks like it's antique but it's not, and people just decorate their house with this cheap stuff. I see these in all these new builds. You can see the dining table right there. It's a good example we'll get into. Like all these mansions have these stupid things here. Like, I mean, I wouldn't, not to offend anyone, it's not really stupid, but just like the style, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's so many boxes here. Like a lot of this stuff probably was almost never used. Like the squatter here probably put it to better use than the freaking owners themselves, which whenever I find out what happened to them, Maybe they lived in here, maybe they didn't. I don't even know. We also got like a Texas patch, Spanish patch, Tecnologio de Monterrey. I don't know what that means, but Spanish language there. So that's Banks's backpack, by the way. But here's like the dining room, guys. Let's kind of walk around here for a sec. Almost forgot, guys. Banks is filming now, but I wanted to go see the outside. So check it out, guys. This is the pool. Pretty freaking awesome view, if I do say so myself. My goodness. I don't want to be too seen here by anybody, but there's the Range Rover. Look at that. Got ducking behind some cover here. Wow. Yeah, this place is genuinely abandoned. It's so crazy. There's a skyline back there. That is sick. So weird, huh? So like, it's all set up. Like they were even having dinner here or we're going to move in. But it's just abandoned. And there's so much crap on the floor, guys. Dust, mouse crap, broken glass. This is abandoned. Those chairs don't fit, so I almost wonder if it was set up by the squatters. But you never know with some of these tacky people. This house ain't necessarily tacky, it's just modern, but I think modern is tacky in itself. But you could see, oh, behind here, guys, look. This was all brand spanking new stuff that they had moved in here. So they bought all this stuff from various stores, IKEA. They bought it at a discount. There's like a discount there. But yeah, they just bought all this stuff, like barely implemented into the house. It's so weird. I don't understand how this happened. I was gonna say, guys, I was thinking this was like a new house or something like that. Some real estate agents were trying to like flip this place. Maybe not agents, but some people who had like a house that they were just trying to like build, flip, and sell or something like that, you know? But the weirdest part is, and this is why I don't think it was that, like, this was like a personal family's house, is because, number one, there's personal stuff in here, just a couple, right? But maybe that's not enough. The real thing is the cars that were outside. All we have left is the Range Rover. So they've been slowly kind of moving the cars out. There used to be a V10 VW, I think it was a V10, and then there used to be a Porsche that was freaking left behind, which is crazy. So like 5 months ago when kids first found this, there was a Porsche. And I think they probably would have left this stuff here. But unfortunately, like kids started throwing parties here and maybe even squatters. I mean, a lot of this stuff seems like a mixture of the two. But, you know, maybe kids brought beer here and just hung out, smoked. I mean, that makes sense. But because of those kids messing up this house, attracting attention, they had to move the cars. And probably by the time this video comes out, it's not going to be doable anymore. I mean, probably this place is going to be completely locked up and gutted at some point very soon, especially because of that. But yeah, all this like new, like moved in stuff is probably going to go to the trash, I'm not going to lie. Because like animals have gotten here, mice have gotten here. Because those kids like just left the windows open and like just messed this place up. That's like my 2 cents on it. So probably everything's going to be gone very soon. It's really sad to see how like people just, they can't get caught at these places. Holy rant. Okay, let's keep exploring. But yeah, if you're exploring, don't get seen. That's like my best advice to you guys. But yeah, so here's like the kitchen area, the boxes, and yeah, the dining room. So I don't know, a bunch of plates here. It's all kind of set up. You got that thing there. Somebody like smashed this or something because it's missing some of these lights. Huh, weird. It's kind of cool actually. I kind of like that. Big glass balls. But yeah, so right here, it's kind of a small property, but you have a big view of this pool. I really like that. That view is kind of crazy. We could check that view out a little bit later. Imagine that during the sunset, guys. That'd be pretty darn sick. Yeah, also another reason I don't think this was like personally owned anymore or something. Something happened is because the power is literally cut. I don't know what happened. Those cars could have even been repoed. So, but here is the kitchen, guys. So, A lot of stuff here. Texas. This place probably hasn't been abandoned for that long. Actually, it has been abandoned for that long, but no one knew about it for a long time till recently. And that's how we found it. Some kids posted this on TikTok. Bad idea. Look at this stuff, though. This stuff is like brand spanking new. I mean, 2020, though. Shoot, that must have been maybe even when this house was built, it seems. Yes, look, someone broke in right there as well. People just messed this whole house up. Literally, though, it looks like they were almost using this house. Because there's like, stuff like this. Pizza boxes, but probably squatters ordered it to this house. Like this, look, there's pizza right there. Oh, you could see how nasty this place is, guys. Look, there's all that brown stuff is from mice peeing and pooping everywhere. That stuff's super toxic for you. But, yeah, they did have some stuff like here. Here's the fridge. I think there's food in here. Oh, that's so freaking gross. Oh yeah, this smells so bad. Guys, I don't even like the fridge pulls because I have to like leave the room. So I might take a second and go back there. I hate that stuff. I hate the fridge pulls. Sometimes I go to houses and I say I'm going to open the fridge, but I don't open it because I'm so scared I'm gonna like just feel sick the entire video. That stuff is like the worst smell. It literally smells like death. So yeah, guys, the fridge pulls are fun. Sometimes they like see the old food, but that food obviously is like newer, more modern food. It's crazy though. You'll see some fridge pulls from like the 90s or the 80s. So you'll see food from that long ago. So it's pretty crazy to see that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna need a second here. I'll get back to y'all. All right, y'all, we're back. There was one room behind here I didn't check out. Look at this. These things are like brand new, I think. I see these in every house like after 2020, so around that time. I don't see any clothes in here, but I think these are quite valuable. Of course, every house has this cheap sink. Always see those. But yeah, look at this modern furniture, guys. All this stuff like cost money, and look, it's like abandoned now for sure. Look at that nasty stuff. This house could be so nasty it might even be a tear down because of like how bad it's gotten. I don't know. It certainly smells horrible in here, and there's like pests contaminating this whole place. Anyways, guys, there's this huge crazy spot down here, so let's go check that out. This is like a nice living room right here. Really cool. Let's walk down the stairs. You also got the outside here. Pretty beautiful if you ask me. Really like this. But here, let's show you the view where we're at. So there's like some new materials also from 2020. But this is what this living room looks like. Pretty cool. You can see right there, there was supposed to be a flat screen. So this was like definitely the main living room of the whole house. See, they got a couch and like a bunch of stuff set up. But then again, you got the boxes. So it's like mid-move. These are like wine glasses. These people must have been older and they liked their wine. I'll tell you what, I think. But, man, this place is freaking gross. All over the floor, there's just stuff. Look at this, though. It's literally like a new build or a renovation. One of the two. So it's really weird to see a modern house abandoned like this. But yeah, I don't know if they had kids or not. It seems like they did because of those small beds. But this would have been a cool hangout spot for the kids and the family. You got the kitchen right there. All the rich people, they got like a kitchen and then a cool like living room to hang out at and watch TV after you like made the family dinner. So that's pretty cool. We also got one more room back here, I think. But can we take a look over here? So this is kind of like a layout of the house. But I don't know if I showed you the outside, but over there is where we're going to go. So pretty cool view. You can see down there it's collapsing. This house is literally falling apart. It's the weirdest thing. I wonder if that could be why it was abandoned for all we know. But let's go over here. This is probably going to be the master. See, this house is decently sized for sure. So right here, we got bathroom. I haven't actually seen many bathrooms here, but you can see it's pretty modern. They didn't even put this stuff in yet. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, yeah, you can see the screws here where they stopped construction in time. But they did have, once again, like soap, some personal stuff. Probably this was all brand new, which is really insane. Bathroom's not that cool for a freaking mansion where they had Range Rovers. This must have been like another bedroom, I think. But they didn't even build anything yet. Just kind of stored furniture here. This room's pretty poop if you ask me. See the layer of dust though, to tell you how long it's been sitting. Sometimes dust you see it's from fire extinguishers. Now this is like real dust that's just from having the windows open, animals scurrying around. So, and guys, you'll see some places where it's like there's no dust. So I want to explain something real quick. The difference with that is that dust is from like human or animal presence. So some houses are locked up so tight that there's barely any dust. That's because, well, no humans or animals have been in there for so long. So people have been hanging out here partying. The windows have been open. I see like stuff from rats pooping everywhere. Mice gotten in here, eating food and stuff. That's kind of the difference there with the dust. So this has a lot of dust just because there's been a lot going on here, as you can see. Like for real, probably like, I don't know how long ago, very recently somebody must have been in here. Because there's like, I mean, you saw alcohol and all that. Very strange, but that's the deal with dust. So for future videos, if you guys didn't know, that's the deal with the dust stuff. But anyways, let's go to the main bedroom here. Oh man, it gives an extra vibe of abandonment too without power. Like if this had power, I would have almost thought like somebody just like, this is like still, in progress, but they literally shut the power off, which means, I mean, something was up. People have definitely been sleeping here. You see all the dust is kind of around there too. And there's like cobwebs here. Look at that. That's been sitting. You can't really see them. But yeah. So that's like a small bed too. It's kind of weird because this kind of appears like it would be the master, doesn't it? There's like the main part there. These houses are pretty small, but they're really wealthy. It's kind of funny. Like, would you even call this a mansion? It's like the size of a darn regular house almost. But yeah, look, probably brand new materials. They never even took out of the box here. Another part where they had a TV. I wonder if they took it out or not. We got desk. Looks like the Motorola logo, I think. But there's nothing in there. So yeah, this could have been the master. I'm not sure. I am curious if there's anything in here. It's like screws, so the boring stuff. See kind of the scuffs here. So I think this was from the family's original house and they were just in the middle of moving in here when something happened. Because, if it was brand new furniture, something must, it wouldn't be all scratched up like that, right? We got this too. Definitely seems older. But who knows? But here, that's gotta be the master, because look how nice this bathroom is, guys. So this is definitely the master bedroom, I would think. You got these two sinks here, kind of unnecessary. I don't know why people have these in their homes, like rich people. What, you're a couple sleeping here? I mean, you could use one sink at a time. I guess that makes things easier, but who the heck is using two sinks at a time? Unless it's like a B&B, or you're having a big party here. And you'll notice, here is the bathtub. That's pretty cool. How many bugs I've gotten in here. Oh, you guys see all that stuff? That's literally rat pee. You can't even see it. This is a freaking biohazard, guys. This is like invisible stuff in abandoned houses that make them so toxic. That's why I would not want to be homeless, because you're breathing this stuff in. This will give you long-term health issues. So you can see they blocked that off though, so people can't see it taking a bath. First of many, because I barely see that in some houses I stay at. It's like, you want me to be seen naked? But like there's little cracks here. I don't know what's up with that. Look at that. Cockroaches have gotten in here. This place is gross. Seriously, invisible dangers, guys. All the pee and poop everywhere from these little pests. Carry so many diseases. That's the stuff I'm most afraid of. Nothing else. Here's like the shower. Expecting a freaking wasp nest to be in here at this point, no matter how new this house is. Let's see what we got here. This is the master closet. No clothes. Oh, another master closet. And not much. Ain't too much in here, guys. I think the coolest darn part was the freaking car outside. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It seems kind of like that's it. I mean, this house is really cool, but it's kind of small. So I know you guys like the shorter videos. Some people don't like the shorter videos. I prefer to make videos as short as possible, but then they blow up more when they're longer, I've noticed. So that's why, you know, I try to make videos as long as possible. And a lot of you guys do say you like it, so it's like you can't please everybody. So maybe this one's kind of in the middle, I think. It's really hard to like film a long video about a small house like this. It is a mansion though. It's like, I don't know, would you call it a mansion? It's like a mansion, but it's not, because it's not really big, but it like looks big, you know what I mean? And it's like wealthy people lived here. That's like the whole thing, especially out in the South, like kind of by, LA and like, areas like this. They always got these places that are like really cool looking and they look really big, but they're not.
So enough of my yapping. What do you think happened to this home? In my research, 2 actors came up. A lady whose name was on the boxes lived here. She listed this as her address in 2016. So we know she lived here until about 2020, 4 years exactly. A second actor, perhaps her husband, is also associated. Several names in real estate also show up. What I believe happened was the couple was planning to renovate when COVID hit. The cars appeared to have just been bought. Maybe they suddenly struck it rich and then lost it all during COVID. The real estate names make me think the bank took over. Banks changed locks, cut power, and repossess cars when dues aren't paid. That's my theory, at least.
But anyways, guys, I guess that's going to do it for today's video. So love each and every one of you guys. So catch you later. Peace.
As I said in my video, I don't post places until they're no longer accessible to prevent vandalism. I received intel that the power has now been restored. It looks like we got here just in time. Check out my website for some places I don't mind sharing, however. Or if you want to know how we found this, there's some methods there or on my YouTube memberships. Peace.